Hey guys, Sherman here. I've been getting a lot of requests to do some EDC bag update videos, but for about a year and a half now, my EDC has primarily been my Max Edition Remora, and there really hasn't been anything new added to it since I first got it and started carrying it. So there really wasn't anything to do a video on. However, since I got my Evac pla-b by Hazard 4, I've been carrying it as my new EDC bag. I've been carrying it for about 2 weeks now as my primary EDC bag, and I couldn't be happier. This thing is great, but this isn't the review, but I am going to be doing the review very soon. Don't worry guys, I've just been waiting on the right time to do it, and I've been trying to compile some footage to put together for the review, and I want to make it as good as possible, so that is coming very soon though. But for the time being, I wanted to show you guys how I've packed this as my personal EDC pack. There really isn't anything different in this. If you guys saw my video that I did about a year ago showing my Remora loadout, but if you've never seen that video, here you go, here's this one. And also I just want to show you how I packed this one as opposed to, my Remora. Some similarities, and there's a few different items, but really nothing that different, but I wanted to do this video anyway, so. Alright, first of all, to the outside front pocket here on this little bit where you have the MOLLE webbing, I have my Benchmade strap cutter, easily accessible. I like to have that, on the ready outside of the pack, because that's something that when you need, you're going to really need it in a hurry. So I really wanted to be able to make it easily accessible. God forbid, you have to use it. So that's on the ready. Also out here, I have this blood type tag, if you guys can see, O positive. And these are made by a bunch of different distributors. This one I got at a local Army Navy store, and I believe it was made by Condor, but Voodoo Tactical also makes some of these, and a few other people, so look around if you're interested in these. But for those of you who have not seen these before, they can go on belt loop, but obviously they can also go on MOLLE. And it's just this little piece of nylon. It's got a hook side of Velcro right there. It's actually just hook and loop. This isn't Velcro brand hook and loop. And then you have your loop side right there. And it can go, obviously it makes a little spot you can put it through your belt, and you can weave it in through MOLLE, such as I did. But it also has this little metal clip right there, like a little carabiner. So you can attach your keys to it or whatever you'd like. So I put that on the front here, kind of to signify my blood type, and to have a little extra attachment point right there in case I ever do need to attach something to it. So it's just cool. It matched the bag, and I like all that kind of stuff. So I just put that on there. Also, on one of these zippers, I did my same mod here by putting the little Night Eyes S-beaner on there. Not really a modification, just a little security feature. There's one on top here, and since it says double zipper closures, and when I'm going out somewhere, I'll just put the S-beaner through both of them like that, so you can't, if somebody were to pull on that to try to get to the stuff, they can't, both the zippers go with it, so you cannot get into the pocket. So I have that on there. Really, I have mostly all the same stuff in here as I did my Remora, which was my previous EDC bag, if you guys have been keeping up. With just a few slight modifications, or alterations, if you will, not modifications. On the side here, looped through, are 2 glow sticks. I did that a while ago and just never took them off. Just have them on there for whatever. There's a power out. Your car breaks down on the side of the road, you can put these, next to you. If you don't have a flashlight, you can use them for light, obviously. Like I said, you can use them to alert people to your location. So I don't know, I just put those there because I was originally going to use this as kind of a go bag, but I just never bothered to take those off. On the side right here, on some of the other MOLLE webbing, is a Grimlock. And if you guys aren't familiar with that, all that is just this little plastic, it's a polymer clip that comes loose. And you can just attach stuff to it, and then it locks back into place with that little button. So I have that on there to carry other stuff if I need. Really nothing else on the side. But when I go out, sometimes I'll put a water bottle in one of these pockets because it's perfect for that. So I'll put a water bottle in there sometime. When I went out last weekend, that's actually what I did. So other than that, I have the PVC American flag patch on there. But other than that, that's pretty much it for the outside. Oh, sorry, one more thing. On the strap, I added one of the County Com SOLEDs, or SOLED, like I like to call it. Just right there on the strap because it's perfect for MOLLE, and this bag has a ton of MOLLE webbing, so I mean you can really put this anywhere. But I just have that on there so that when I have this slung across my chest, I have a light right there on the ready. Alright, so I'm going to open up the main pocket, show you what I have in here. By the way, the easiest way to open this, and I'll even address this in my review, is just unzip it a little bit and then just pull it open. That's really the fastest way to do that. Alright, so what we have in here, I'm going to try to get everything in frame. This is where this is kind of like my admin pocket. This is where I keep a lot of my things, like you'll see here, like I have my hand cleaner in here, glasses wipe with some tissue, Carmex, some of the sprayable Neosporin, Tic Tacs. My notepad is right there in that little double-sided pocket. Got my multi-tool. I did not attach it to the outside because this pocket is really just perfect for carrying a multi-tool. So I didn't figure I needed another pouch on the outside cluttering everything up. And then I have my 2 writing pens and a marker, my knife hex bit set, and my small screwdriver set from County Com. So perfect pocket to keep all that stuff in because it's right there, it's on the ready, and it holds all my stuff, all my little convenience, I guess you could say, items that are really the most realistic for everyday carry. You know, like the tissue and the hand cleaner and stuff like that. That's really the most realistic stuff for EDC. So that's where I keep all that kind of simple convenience items right there. Like I said, it's right there, it's on the ready. Now let me move the camera up a little bit. And this top pocket, here again, is kind of the perfect size for what I use it for. This one doesn't open up as far, which, you know, I'm glad. But this is where I keep all my medical stuff. This is where I keep my first aid kit that you guys have all seen in my Remora. A bunch of different stuff in there. I have that in there, along with my ITW, I think it's ISO. It's my survival whistle. I have that on here. I used to clip it to the outside. I still might leave it on the outside because it's got that convenient little clip right there. So I might put that on the outside. So I did different kinds of stuff. I have Bear, Tylenol, and Advil just right there. This is those little packets. It has 2. Found these at a grocery store. They're really cheap, and it comes with like a pack of 2 each, which is pretty nice. You know, it's this little, I guess you can say, single serving doses, which is pretty cool. So I just keep those in there, easily accessible, and all together with the medical stuff. And also my quick clotting cloth, God forbid you ever need it. So I just kind of have all that stuff thrown in there. Perfect, perfect size. Like, look at this little bag. Fits right down in there. It's perfect. Fits much better in here than it does in my Remora. So I have that stuff here again. It's on the ready. It's easy to get to because medical supplies are one of those things that it's best to be left where it can be easily accessible. You know, if not incapacitated really, but you know, if you have limited use of perhaps one of your hands, fingers, arms, you know, you want to have your medical stuff easy to get to. Now, I know that's not a trauma kit in there, but still, you know, the philosophy remains the same. You want to keep your medical supplies, you know, easy to get to. All right, last but not least, the main compartment here. To get to this, you have to undo the retention straps. Just like this pocket right here, it's best to just unzip it a little bit, kind of grab it, and just peel it open. Step in there. I'll show you real quick on the flap right here. You have this mesh pocket with the zipper. And here I keep kind of my, it's kind of an expansion to my medical supplies. This is where I keep the Q-tips, my bigger bandage, the roll of gauze, and the gauze tape. So that's where I kind of keep my extended medical supplies. Here again, it's somewhat easy to get to because it's all in this one little area. You don't even have to unzip this completely to get to these items if you need them. And it's right on the opposite side as the compartment, or the pocket where I keep my other first aid supplies. So it just kind of made sense to put those right there. Alright, I'm trying to get everything in frame. Right here, I don't always carry this, but this is a bigger first aid kit. A lot of you guys have seen this on my Facebook page. And, you know, this is, of course, my Maxpedition FR1. All these items right here came from a single first aid kit that I got at Walmart, with the exception of the Spyderco Dragonfly. But all these items came in a really nice first aid kit that I got at Walmart. Well, it's nice of a first aid kit as you can get at Walmart. But came with a bunch of really cool stuff. Like I said, there's a picture of it that I posted on my Facebook page a while back ago. But it's a nice kit. It came with a lot of really nice stuff, believe it or not, at relatively low cost. It's about $15. And the case that it came with wasn't that great, so I organized it all with my Maxpedition FR1, which is what this was designed for, as kind of like an IFAC. But really nice. I'll take that when I'm somewhat far away from the house. You know, because it is an extended first aid kit. It's better at treating a multitude of different ailments, if you will. So I know some of you may be thinking that's pretty redundant to have that many first aid kits, but redundancy is key when it comes to stuff like that. First aid is an absolute essential. What I don't have in here are some snack foods. I went out the other day and I did store some stuff in here, like some Cliff Bars and whatnot, but I don't indefinitely store that kind of stuff in here. So I would sometimes have that. Maybe if it's a cold day, I'll throw a skull cap in there, or my neck gaiter in case it gets colder. Maxpedition, this is, I believe, the medium pocket organizer. This was in my bug out bag, but I took it out for the time being until I can get another one, just to kind of organize some of my other items. You know, I got my fire steel, my emergency knife sharpener. I have my spare cork flashlight in there, along with, deep inside there is my pill capsule battery storage that I did a video on. Pocket Widgie pry bar, Bic lighter with the Norton cleaning stick, and the survival saw by Dermasafe, and then the straight razor by Dermasafe. So, oh, and my 75-pound Limit Night Eyes S-Beaner. Also down in there is my roll of duct tape and one of these little things, the gear ties. Those things come in handy. And I have some safety pins right there. You never know. I just threw them in there. Lightweight, why not? So anyway, that kind of organizes some of my other stuff, because this pack really does not have that much internal organization, which isn't a real bad thing, because I can just throw this in here and it's pretty much just the same. Up top here, I don't know how well you guys can see it. It's another one of the SO LEDs. I love those things. I put those everywhere. I really love those things. I might even do a review of them. So I have that. This is my bandana that I had in my Remora. It's kind of the heavier duty stuff that you're not really going to find at your Walmarts or whatever. It's a pretty heavy duty bandana I got at the Army Navy store. So down here, this is my Monocular. I had to think of what they were called for a minute. And this thing works really well. I actually took this with me to the trip to the lake the other day. Or not the other day. It was a few weeks ago. And it was cool. You were able to look clear across the lake at some of the other houses up there. No, I was not spying on anybody. People are out there on jet skis, and it was just pretty fun to be able to watch them with this thing. It was pretty neat. It's a pretty good quality. This is made by Sea Star, I think is what it says. Some of the lettering was scratched off. Anyway, I'm rambling. It's really not important, but Azula, of course, have that in there always. Favorite fixed blade ever. Here again, another redundancy, another glow stick. I I just kind of threw this in here. It was just in my Remora. So I have that along with the 2 on the outside of this pack. I'm going to remove like 2 of them and just keep 1. And then the bottom here, in this little mesh pocket, is where I keep all my stuff that was in the back pocket of my Remora. I have a bunch of zip ties. Here again, a redundancy, but I need to take some of these out. But basically what I did is I just took every item in my Remora, just threw it in here along with some items that were already in here. These are really neat. I don't know if you can see, these aren't multiple ones. This is one that just kind of overlapped and made a figure 8 with almost. But these are really, really big, heavy-duty zip ties. So, survival blanket. You see those everywhere. Just regular garbage bag for, you know, just a regular kitchen garbage can. It's not one of the heavy-duty garbage bags. But I actually might replace this with one of the heavy mill contractor bags and put it in here now that I have the extra room. Because those things really come in handy. It's just one of those things you don't, you know, you kind of take for granted at the times when you need them. A little bit of paracord. Might put more in here since I have a bigger pack. Kind of emergency coffee, electrolyte powder, sugar, peanut butter. You know, you never know. You have low blood sugar. That stuff can come in handy. My water filtering straw. It's great. It's made by Frontier. I always have that in there. It's kind of like my hardware pouch. It's got different stuff. It has emergency toilet paper, earplugs, some spare AAA batteries for different electronics. And at the time I had my Streamlight in there, so those were kind of backup batteries for my Streamlight. I may throw some AA's in there. The different kinds of wood screws. There's emergency fire starting tenders right there to go with my fire steel. Some rubber bands. There's some fish hooks in there. There's some aluminum foil rolled up. Carpet thread. There's, I think, some tacks in there, like carpet tacks. Just a bunch of different stuff in there. Paper clips. You know, just little, you know, miscellaneous tools that you might need. And my map of Georgia that has some different things in it, like plastic baggies. My SE survival card. You know, why not? It's kind of can come in handy. I don't know. It's just kind of cool to have. But anyway, guys, hope you enjoyed this kind of EDC loadout video. Let me know what you think. And stay tuned for a full-length review of this pack. Alright, guys. Have a great rest of your day. Stay safe, stay sharp, and God bless. Sherman 614. Peace.